Hi everyone, it's Harry Sagu here again. Um, 3 days left to go to the challenge, so I'm pretty sure everyone is wondering what this challenge is about. I'm going to break it up into three separate aspects. So, firstly, we'll go through the physical aspect. Um, the idea is to build it up in stages, especially the physical side of things, because I'm no Linford Christie or Hussein Bolt. So in the first 3 months of the training program, it will all be about consistency. So I'm not going to go full out, but I'm going to focus on being consistent. So I'm looking at 3 days strength training and 2 days fitness. The martial arts training will be incorporated into the fitness and the strength training, which will be 3 days a week. Um, the martial arts training will consist of Aikido, a bit of boxing, bag work, kicks, and one more, which I'm undecided about. I'm still exploring the possibility, but it looks like I'm going to be moving towards karate. Reason being, I have been told that it's a very good martial art to strengthen the mind, which we'll obviously go into in a little bit later. Um, One of the other things I'm going to do to sort of help, aid recovery will be cold immersions. So I'll be doing that at least once a week. No training on the weekends for rest, because rest is a very important part of the physical build up. So definitely need to look at that. Again, nutrition, huge part of this. This is when I started the first time, it was one of the things I missed. And what happened was I ran out of energy. I had the will, but not the energy. So the nutrition is a big part of it. I am on a plant-based diet, so it does mean I have to prepare a little bit more than others. So I will be sharing some of the recipes I'll be using. I'll include some of obviously the supplements as well. So yeah, look forward to sharing that with everybody. My idea is a lot of pre-cooking, so a lot of batch cooking in the freezer. So if there are days I'm running out of time, I'm not compromising the fuel that I put in my body. I'm putting in really good fuel, and I'm making sure that I'm eating healthy. Then we have the mental aspect of it. I'm sure all of you are or have heard or are aware that thoughts certainly shape our reality. There are many aspects to go into this. It could be self-belief items. So if you think I'm not worthy, or I cannot achieve this, or I cannot achieve that, this is my lot in life, then you have technically a program that you run in your head constantly. And because you run that program, of course, that is what you will be. So the whole idea is to change the program, if not only change it, but also look at creating programs that would benefit myself, to be able to obviously carry this challenge through. So the things that I'm going to use are going to be subliminal messages. So I have a software that you can actually create the subliminal messages. You can tune it to go into theta, beta waves, so it helps go deeper into the mind and ingrain it. But I also have been taught how to do affirmations, sort of mindset training by one of my mentors. So I will be using that as well, and there's specific criteria to getting the affirmations correct, which I will share in time. So, because they can be very personal, but there are ways of doing it. So I will share that at some point. And finally, the martial arts. Now, a lot of people take on martial arts not just to be big, strong, and be able to fight, but it is a mindset. It does strengthen the mind. It teaches you how to, hold the pain, or see pain as not as something, that makes you disabled, should I say. It's not a debilitating emotion. A lot of the pain is more in our head than in our body, And some of these spiritual practices does teach you that. The physical training certainly teaches you that, because you can always push more than you think you can be pushed at. So that is one of the aspects I'll also use into my mental training. One of the other things is, I know most of us are inundated with thoughts. We get it left, right, center, coming here, you can't do this, you can't do that. I mean, I've been in situations where I've had conversations with myself. Yeah, very interesting stuff. And you do realize, you go, wow, it's like a radio that's never off. So one of the things is, we need to understand that we are not our thoughts. We are something absolutely different. And the way to do this, from what I have found, is spiritual practices. They do put you through a grueling sort of exposure to your mind. But the exposure is done in such a way that you do certainly see that you are not your thoughts. So yeah, that is the aspect of the mental training. Again, daily, there is a program I've got, so there will be aspects of this done on a daily basis. So now, the spiritual aspect. I really don't like to use that word. It's a label that's overused, especially on YouTube. But I should call them sort of self-development practices. They incorporate, obviously, the energy aspect of our bodies. They incorporate, a lot sort of deeper knowing of oneself and one's essence. The techniques I'll be predominantly using is meditation and Qigong. I'm currently enrolled in a Nigong training program, which incorporates quite a few different things. So I'm working with that. I'm totally dedicated to that. Meditation, I've got a few techniques I use. Generally metta. I do some spinal breathing, breath awareness, obviously yoga to get sort of yourself ready, and Wim Hof, the breathing side. So the breathing side is really important. There's a lot to be said about the breath. So with the Qigong, the link work training program that I'm doing, there's a lot of Qigong in it. So this is the program. So I'll only really be using that at this stage. And if I don't have time, I'm going to go back to my go-to sort of Qigong, which is lifting the sky. It's a very simple exercise, very powerful, hard to get wrong, and it is literally my go-to. When I don't have time, I jump to that. So that's all that. Now, to get the real training, or to get the real benefits of these programs, it is not enough just to do 1 hour a day. I know we're all busy. We have busy lives and a lot of commitments, etc. And 1 hour does get you by. You do get progress. I've been doing 1 year for, I would say even less than an hour for the last 7 years, and I certainly have changed. I've certainly got a lot of benefits from it, including a healthier a body, a healthier mindset, although it's not absolutely there yet, or where I would like it to be, and a certain sensitivity to my environment and various other things, which just makes the whole world so much more alive and so much more just fascinating. You want to explore, you want to feel, you want to see. So yeah, it's great stuff. All the mentors that teach me practice 3 hours a day. Now, I wonder, you must be going, how do you do 3 hours a day? These guys have families, they have jobs, they're very busy people. They basically wake up very early in the morning. One of them wakes up at 3 in the morning. He does all his practices for about 3-4 hours before his family wake up. Another gentleman does everything before 9 o'clock. And then he starts his job. So I'm aiming to start at 5:30 in the morning every day. It is kind of the best time to start. You're still sort of, sleepy, tired, whatever it may be. And the practice will really regenerate, really set you up for the day. And once it's done, it's out of the way, you can get on with the rest of your day, and there's less likelihood of your practice being interfered with. So yeah, these are the three aspects. Those are the things I'm going to be practicing. As we go along, I'll share more and more and more. So thank you for listening, and we shall speak to you soon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.